Hello again, viewers. Some good news. I found €10 in my suitcase. How good is that? So that'll go towards the next trip. That'll get me 10 beers in the Sun King at Las Vistas in Tenerife, or 1 pint if I go to Fuerteventura near Marbella. Where should I go? We'll see. Thanks for joining me again. Just a quick video. I'm going to let you know how much the trip to Lanzarote and Fuerteventura cost. I'll let you know everywhere that I booked accommodation and the flights. I'll leave a link in the description below. So at the end of the video, check it out and you'll find out how much it cost me for 6 nights flying from Glasgow, staying in Lanzarote for 4 nights, and then doing a wee island hop over to Fuerteventura for 2 nights. So, reading glasses on, viewers. Let's go. Okay, so before I forget, we update. Some bad news. I've nearly run out of videos. Some good news, that means I have to head away, do some more videos. So, fingers crossed, can't guarantee, but I'm hoping to be away on the weekend of the 18th of March. So, destination to be confirmed, but hopefully I'm going to be away for a long weekend, 3 or 4 nights on the 18th of March, so a week on Friday. And just keep an eye on the channel, that's all I can say. You might see a wee plane landing somewhere, or I'm at the airport showing you where heading out. We'll just wait and see. So thanks so much for all your support. Just like before we go over the video and everything that cost in Lanzarote and Fuerteventura, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for watching the channel and supporting the channel. We've had over 5 million views now on the channel, which is amazing. I'd just like to thank you so much for all your support. If you watch the videos to nearly the end, as you've seen in all the other videos that I've done, that's what helps the channel the most, and I can't thank you enough. YouTube then recommend it to other people because they can see the videos are being watched. So thank you so much. And also, just a quick shout out for the guys who have recently sent me donations through PayPal. Kevin and Nicola from Wishaw, thanks very much for your kind donation. All the other guys who have recently bought a wee coffee. We've got Nick, Maria, Jerry, Carol, Dave and Karen, Margaret, John, Graham, Rich, Lynn, David and Claire, Simon and John. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. Okay guys, let's get into it. Flights out with Jet2. And remember the wee tip with Jet2? They've got a members travel club. It's absolutely free. It's up the top right hand side of their website. Just sign up to join it. It's free. They'll send you emails now and again with discount codes for flights. You can sometimes use them for return flights and package holidays, of course, as well. So the flights were with Jet2. Flight out to Lanzarote from Glasgow was £39. That's £39. It included 10 kilogram hand luggage, so there was no need for me to check in a bag. I thought I'm away for 6 days, a wee suitcase will do me fine. So that included everything, £39. The flight back, remember I moved over to Fuerteventura after 4 days, so I flew back from a different island, flew back from Correco. I was in Correco, then collected the first, and then I went to the airport at Fuerteventura. It was €55, so we'll convert that to roughly £49. So the total amount for the flights, flying to Lanzarote and coming back from Fuerteventura, the return flights were £88, and that includes everything. There was no extras for bags. Obviously I never pre-book seats, because if I'm out on my own, I don't care where I sit, they can put me anywhere on the flight. To be fair, I'm considering now booking seats, because if I get a seat at the window, I can sometimes just do a wee quick 1 or 2 minute video of the landing. Some people quite like that. I've had a couple of landing videos that have done quite well, so I might end up booking seats maybe at the window in the future, we'll see. So that was the flights. Let's go on to accommodation. I'll leave links below letting you know all the websites that I use for the accommodation. I've done a couple other videos on the channel just giving you some tips on how to book accommodation. Never go with the first price. I know a lot of people just log into booking.com on their phone and they just book with them, but there's a lot of different websites. Sometimes booking.com are the cheapest, sometimes you're better going through TripAdvisor. Do a search, filter, low price to high price, then check out the reviews, see if they're suitable or not. As you can see in this trip, I stayed in 2-star and I stayed in 4-star. So there's a big variety in prices and standard of accommodation, and it definitely showed in the rooms. If you've seen some of my room reviews, you'll see the room that I had at the Fuerteventura Palace. Beautiful room, superb, and view not so great, but it was a beautiful room. And then you've just seen the apartment I was in at Castillo Beach, which was one of those apartments where you would stay out quite late to avoid going back to the room, let's put it that way. It wasn't the best room, but to be honest, it was really cheap. I'll let you know about the cost here. So the first night, it cost us to geese £41. I paid for a 1-bedroom apartment at the Oceana complex. I really did quite like the Oceana complex. The location is brilliant. It's just right next to Costa de Geese Square. Nice wee square with lots of bars. We mix of Spanish bars, and then you've got some other kind of British type bars. So we mix as well. So it was £41. It was a 1-bedroom apartment, so it could have slept 2 or 3. That was booked through agoda.com. I'll leave a link below. Agoda.com is a site I use quite a lot. They've often got some very good deals. Now be careful about booking with them. Sign in as a member, sign up free, you get members discounts, you get Agoda cash off your booking, sometimes £1 or 2 off bookings. But the strange thing is, sometimes it can actually be cheaper checking Agoda's prices if you're not a member. Test this yourself, bring it up on a computer or a desktop or a laptop and your phone, log in one and don't log in another. You'll see different prices, and sometimes it can actually be cheaper not being a member on Agoda, because they'll give you a wee discount to sign up. That's basically customer acquisition. They know once they get you signed up, then you're going to book with them quite a lot. So sometimes they'll offer you a good discount on the first booking. So just a wee tip there, always check up the member prices and just signing up for the first time. So anyway, £41, no complaints, good accommodation, would stay there again, the Oceana complex. Then we moved on to Porto del Carmen, staying at the Habels Bermudas. Now I know when I first done the videos, I was calling it the Jabos Bermudas, and a few people gave me a wee row. It's a silent J. So the Habels Bermudas, I paid £36 for a 1-bedroom apartment. It could have slept up to 3 people, and I stayed there for 2 nights. So for 2 nights it cost me £72. Again, it was through agoda.com. No complaints about these apartments either. Again, if you've seen the room review, the room was really basic and dated. The complex was in a good location, just off the main promenade in Porto del Carmen. Plenty of bars and restaurants next to it. I didn't have the best of views of my room, but to be fair, I was only there 2 nights, so it's better to give me the bad view than somebody who's staying there a week or 2 weeks to maybe want a nice pool view or something. So 100% I would stay in the apartments again, no hesitation, no complaints at all. I wouldn't want a room like that for a week or 2 weeks if I was on a family holiday. And be aware, I don't think the pool is that warm during the winter. So if you're going to Lanzarote or Tenerife or anywhere really in the winter, and if swimming is important to you, check out places with heated pools, because even some 4-star places don't have heated pools, and if that's important, make sure you check it. So that was through Agoda. I would stay there again. Nice accommodation, dated, not modern, but done the job. Great location. Stay there again. Then I moved on to Playa Blanca, and at the end of the video I'll leave you a wee link up there and up there, and I'll let you know the favourite place that I stayed and the place I thought was the best value for money. You can guess what one it is, but I'll let you know at the end of the video. So there'll be a link up there and up there, so watch to the end. So Playa Blanca, I booked this through the H10 website. So the H10 official website will give you an extra 5% discount when you book directly with them. Quite often, unlike quite a lot of the other hotels, the H10 website is almost always the cheapest place to book compared to booking.com, hotels.com, Agoda. They do give you an incentive for booking up. And also, at the Fuerteventura Palace, I paid roughly, converting it into pounds, £56 or £57. So it was the highest price I paid, but it was by far the nicest place I stayed in. Food was average. I get breakfast and evening meal. Check out the other videos I've done where I had to borrow the trousers for my evening meal. If you're going there, gentlemen, you require trousers. I'll need shorts. The hotel did let me borrow a pair that were 3 sizes too small, but that's another video. So good value for money, £56, £57, included breakfast, evening meal, and when I checked into the room, they also left me a bottle of wine, a bottle of water, and I get an invitation for a free cocktail at the bar because I signed up directly with the H10 club. So that cocktail, I'd imagine it's probably worth €8-10 in that bar. It's a lovely bar in the Timothy Palace. Really, really nice bar. Check out the other video I've got, the wee sing song in the bar there as well. It's a really nice night in there. And if you watched the previous videos, you would have seen that I transferred the cocktail for 2 pints of Estrella. So they pints were €4 each. So I get €8 worth of pints, breakfast, evening meal for about £56, and a bottle of wine, which I didn't take, I just left it in the room. So that was a really good deal. Lovely hotel. Again, not a heated pool. I know they've got an indoor pool. All the guys who stay there gave me a row, says, oh, it's got an indoor pool. It's not the same as a heated pool outside. If it had a heated pool, that hotel would be amazing. And if they improved the food a wee bit as well. But it's a lovely hotel, really nice. So next place we moved on to, we've got the ferry over, the fast ferry. Check out my video, I'll show you. I'm on the ferry, going over from Playa Blanca to Corieco. And I just booked with the cheapest ferry company. There's 3 companies that do the ferry over there. And it made no difference to me what boat I went on. I just went on the smallest one. It was €18, I think, so roughly about £15. Took about 35 minutes. So I went from Lanzarote, Playa Blanca, over to Corieco, and I checked into the Dunas Club apartments, and I had a studio in there. It was perfectly fine. Let me check how much it cost. It cost £44.65 to be exact. That was with trip.com, so that room could have slept 2 people. Again, the balcony terrace wasn't the best view, it was out the back. You really want a sea view if you're staying there, preferably. Location wise, it was absolutely fine, right next to the harbour, so I just walked off the boat and literally walked around the corner to the accommodation. It was great. Clean inside, nice reception, friendly staff. They've got a wee pool bar as well. Pool looked okay. Everything was fine. Wee bit dark at night going back. Just be aware of that. Wee bit dark at night. It's in a residential area. There's a couple of streets at the side of it that don't look that great. So just be aware walking back at night. It's quite dark there. So would I stay there again? Yeah, I would. But I'd probably prefer to stay a wee bit further up near Main Street if I could. But we'll see. It just depends on the deal. That was booked through trip.com. So it's trip.com. And I find randomly they just have better deals sometimes than other places. Not very often. And it's usually only for one night. But check them out. They're pretty popular. I think they're more popular in America than they are in the UK. But I've had no problems using them. It's trip.com. And that was £44.65. I then got the bus from Corieco, which cost £2 or £3. Quite a nice bus journey actually. And we got off at the capital in Fuerteventura, and then I jumped on another bus to Caleta de Fuste. And Caleta de Fuste, quite a quiet resort. Lovely beach, lovely promenade, and I met some really nice people in Caleta de Fuste. If you're watching, guys, pleasure meeting you. And I stayed at the Castello Beach apartments, and they were £29 for a 1-bedroom apartment. Again, it could sleep up to 3 people. That was with trip.com again. These apartments were by far the lowest standard apartments I've stayed in for a while. They were really, really basic. Location wise, were not great. They were right up the top of the resort. Good 15-20 minute walk from the main bit where the bars are. To be fair, a couple of minutes walk down the hill, I did find another wee complex of bars which I've done a video on, and it's not too bad. And the taxis in Caleta de Fuste are so cheap. If you're down at the bottom of the beach and you want to head back up to this accommodation, it'll cost you £3. So would I stay there again? Prefer not to be honest with you. The pool was reasonably hot, to be fair. It wasn't heated, I don't think. It was hot in a lot of pools that I did notice. Just depends. It's a dated accommodation, very, very dated. If you're literally going to spend no time in the room whatsoever and you're on your own, maybe consider it. You really would be better staying down at the Coletta Dorada or the Barcelo Hotel in Coletta de Fus, but you're going to pay more money for that. So it really depends on your budget. I paid £29 a night, so how can you complain at £29? You can't really. You get what you pay for, can't really complain. So total accommodation, if I add them all up, in Fuerteventura and Lanzarote, it came to £243. The flights were £88 return. So the total price for 6 nights in Fuerteventura and Lanzarote was £331. Now, I think that's a really good deal. You can get cheaper if you're willing to stay in accommodations longer. So if you're willing to stay 2-3 nights or even a week, normally you'll get better prices in accommodation. I'm jumping about from different places, even different islands. So sometimes that means you don't get the best price. But I think it's not bad. I stayed in a really nice 4-star hotel with breakfast and evening meal. The advantage if you do book in a hotel I found is I hardly spent any money that day. I probably spent just over a tenner the whole day. My breakfast and evening meal were covered. I got 2 pints free at the bar. I had a few pints of Popeyes watching a Liverpool game. But I didn't really spend much money in Playa Blanca because I had the food included. So sometimes it can be a false economy booking self-catering because you end up having to go out for meals, etc. So you need to weigh up the pros and cons there. So I think it's not bad. Seen 2 different islands, Fuerteventura, Lanzarote, enjoyed them both. Hope to be back both one day. A wee ferry trip across, and I've seen a lot of different resorts. So personally I think it was worth the money. Let me know what you think in the comments. Good deal or bad deal, what do you think? I think going forward, flights and accommodation is going to be a lot more expensive. You're going to see on my next few trips to Tenerife and maybe other places, I'm going to pay a lot more for flights and accommodation than I'm used to. That's just purely supply and demand because everybody's getting back to travelling now. But we'll wait and see. There might be some hidden gems to come. I have found the cheapest hotel in Tenerife, and when I go there, I'll show you. It's even cheaper than the prison cell pension Casablanca that I booked the last time. So you can only imagine viewers what it's going to be like. I think it might be nicer, we'll see. So look out for that one. If you're new to the channel, hit the wee red button that says subscribe. I normally do videos walking about Tenerife and other places, showing you the sun, and occasionally we'll do a wee breakdown of the costing on this one as well. And if you don't mind, give it a wee thumbs up. And thanks so much for watching. Let me know, do you like these videos where I break down the costing for you? I do break down the costing when I do the videos when I'm over in Tenerife for Lanzarote and Fuerteventura. I do it on a per video basis and let you know when I'm staying. But sometimes you might miss those videos or miss a few. So I think sometimes it's good to do a wee roundup at the end and just let you know about the deals that you can get sometimes. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate all your support watching the channel, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much.